Hey guys, Chris here, buyer's agent at Braye Property. Today I want to run through an example of investing in personal versus investing in a SMSF or self-managed superannuation fund as it's known. Now, first of all, before we do continue on, there is a small disclaimer that I want to put out there, and that is we are not a financial advisor. We cannot advise the appropriateness of having a SMSF for your financial circumstances. Only a financial advisor can do that. But today what we're going to be talking about is predominantly how does an investment under your personal name versus an investment under your SMSF play out in that regards. A lot of our clients always come and ask us, what are the cons and benefits of doing it in either side of things? Now there is obviously a lot of pros and cons on both sides, but today let's look at the numbers and what it means on a capital gain perspective on a property that we purchase for investment side of things. We're going to be looking at a hypothetical example just for easy numbers and easy calculation side of things for today's perspective. Let's assume we buy a property today worth $500,000. $500,000 property is currently getting rented at $450 per week. We don't really care about the rental income side of things today. We're just going to be concentrating on the capital gain. So $500,000 property. Let's fast forward a couple of years and say we are now in retirement and we are looking at selling this property. That $500,000 property is now worth, let's say, $1 million. That means you bought it for $500,000, you've sold it for $1 million. You've got a $500,000 gain that you've made on this property. That gain is called capital gains and is going to be taxable, so capital gains tax. When it comes to personal side of things, when you hold a property or any type of investments under your personal name, the current rules allow the investor to have a 50% discount on the taxable component of that gain. Now, in this case, it's $500,000. You've held it for more than 12 months to qualify for that 50% discount. That means only $250,000 will be taxable. The remaining $250,000 becomes tax-free inside your pocket straight away from day one, no issues. So that $250,000 is now taxable. Let's say you are pushed up towards the higher tax bracket, the highest tax bracket at 47% currently. At 47%, your tax is going to be around $117,500, which means your total net profit from this sale of this property under your personal name equates to be around the $382,000. Let's take this example and put it under a superannuation fund scenario. So we established this SMSF, everything is done, the financial advisor has said yes, it's appropriate for you, and now we're here with Braye Property to source you an income to be investing in SMSF. We find you the exactly same property. Where you had it under your personal name, do the exact same property under SMSF scenario. Purchase price, $500,000, rented out for $450,000. It is now currently worth $1 million. There is two-tier tax implications when it comes to super funds. So we're going to talk about both of them. Let's say you are now fully retired and you meet the condition of release from your superannuation. You will then sell this property at $1 million. Again, $500,000 purchase price, $1 million selling price means a $500,000 or $500,000 profit. Because you're retired, you met the condition of release, everything's all the boxes per superannuation rule has been ticked off. That $500,000 gain you've made is tax-free. Let's assume we sell this property prior to you becoming retired. You're still working or what have you, or still below the age. The tax rate is a flat rate within superannuation at 15%. The 50% discount that we had under personal name doesn't apply under a trust structure. You only get a third discount rather than a 50%. So on that scenario, if we made a $500,000 gain on this sale of a property, you are not retired, so you're going to be paying taxes. Your tax on that side of things is only going to be $50,000, which means your net profit on this is going to be $450,000. Now, the difference between that scenario inside a personal versus a self-managed super fund is a benefit of around $67,000 to $117,000 in your pocket. Now, what is the con? There is a big con, but it's not really a disadvantage in a way, depending on what type of investments you're doing. The benefit of having an investment under your personal name means when you do sell this property and you paid your taxes that you're meant to do, in this scenario, you're left with $382,000 in your pocket. Well, that means that $382,000 is inside your pocket right now. You can go and do whatever you want to do with that. If you want to walk into a Lamborghini dealership tomorrow and buy yourself a Lamborghini, you can. If it's inside your self-managed super fund, you cannot access those funds until you've met your condition of release, which is retirement. If you have met the condition of release, then you can withdraw those funds out of it. If you haven't, in a scenario where we said they'll be taxable in the self-managed super fund because you haven't reached retirement, you're still working, those gains that you've made, that money will still stay inside your superannuation fund. If you're looking at investing in property and then selling it before retirement and utilizing the funds for personal usage, then it makes sense to hold it under your personal name. If, however, you're looking at buying an investment, and if you will sell this investment and then use the proceeds to do another investment, then you probably will be better off doing it under a self-managed superannuation fund, because that funds will be less taxable. You will then be using the proceeds to be reinvesting. You're not using the money for anything. So you still rather do that under a SMSF. All comes down to two things. One, how far are we from retirement? And two, what are the purpose for the usage of the gains that we're going to be making from the investment? When we know those type of things, we then know which scenario to be more suited for your needs, personal versus SMSF. So there you have it, guys. Today we've seen the difference between investing under your personal name versus investing in a SMSF or self-managed superannuation fund. Again, please do due diligence and have a chat to the financial advisor to see if investing in SMSF is appropriate for your needs. However, you can see when it comes to the actual investments within your SMSF versus personal, today we have seen the high level numbers and what it means and the benefits it can bring you. That's it, guys. Signing off, Krish from Braye Property, your buyer's agent. Take care. See you soon.